Boys, I went to Chicago. But first, we need to go back to my humble abode. Alright, we are all packed and ready to go. Then we are on our way to the airport. Then we got food. I did my part on plastic conservation. And we were away. When we got there, we took an Uber to the house we were staying at. Because we're too rich for hotels. Nah, I'm just kidding. We were house sitting for a friend. But anyways, when we got there, we met these three cuties. But when we got there, we were in bed right away, getting ready for... We started off day 2, but getting on the subway, which was the first of many times. We then saw one of the most famous baseball stadiums, Wrigley Field, which was honestly really cool. Our plan for the day was to go to Shed Aquarium. We then met one of the most hilarious and longest nosed fish I've ever seen in my life. I mean, look at that!
That's quite big. Impressive.
I have no idea what this fish is called, but I really want to know. So if anyone knows it, please comment. We continued on to see a ton of other cute animals, like turtles and cute tiny little fishies, and oh my gosh, what is that? The Japanese spider crab is a species of marine crab and is the biggest one that lives in the waters around Japan. It has the largest known leg span of any arthropod, around 3.7 meters. The Japanese name for this species is Taka ashigani, literally translating to tall legs crab. Okay, so I have arachnophobia. I cannot express to you in words the amount of pure hate, the amount of pure disgust I am feeling at this vile creature. I wish this never existed. But anyways, back to the happier things. We saw these adorable little straw animals, which again, I don't know what they're called, and I need to know, so please comment their name, if you know. We also saw this really cool wave pool thing, which actually simulates waves for the fish in the pool, because it would actually be difficult to live without them. I got this really cool picture of downtown Chicago. Then we got back on the subway, back uptown to a really interestingly styled restaurant, an Ethiopian one. They have one really unique rule there. Apparently, in Ethiopian culture, it's rude to use your left hand to eat, because it's considered unclean. Because apparently, you wipe with that hand? kind of a weird turn we've taken in my first long form video. Anyways, it was pretty much veggies, bread, beef, green beans, and fish. With this bread injera. When we left, we passed one of the theaters that Tommy in it is performing his How to Be a Billionaire show at, Rivera Theater, and I got reminded that I couldn't go. Because when he was in my city, I was in Chicago. I'm so sorry, Tommy. Please forgive me. But after that sad moment, we were in bed for the day. On the morning of day 3, we went to a bookstore, coffee shop type thing called Emerald City. Took a walk through a bird sanctuary with no birds, but it was still really pretty. I got another photo, this one of the Chicago shoreline. We saw this really cool fish mural underneath a bridge. And then I got to try classic Chicago deep dish pizza with garlic fries, and holy crap, it was good. We then went down an alley into a comic book lover's dream called the Alley Cat. And it really was down an alley, which is a sick idea. We visited Jenny's, which is a heavenly ice cream shop, and with literally every flavor you can imagine. I got milkiest chocolate and darkest chocolate. We also visited a bookstore, and I found this really old school typewriter. I'm sorry, it was a shameless ask, but I had to show off the typewriter. But that was it for us for the day. We got right back on the subway the next day. And we found a ton of legs? I don't know, Chicago's weird. Our plan for the day was to explore the Field Museum, which is known for its variety, and we saw lots of that, with a giant skeleton in one corner and taxidermies in the other. Not to mention this monster who is 18 feet tall, who is called a
Quetzalcoatlus.
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 Quetzalcoatlus. Yeah, I got it right. This is the biggest animal to have ever flown. After that, we saw another dinosaur, which is a 90% complete T-Rex skeleton, which is the most complete in the world. It's called Sue. Then there was just casually a skeleton of a giant prehistoric 10-foot sloth in the corner. And after that, we got back on the subway and went to a really fancy burger place called A Cheval. It has insanely good reviews. Best burger ever. Second time worth eating it. Best burger candidate in Chicago, hands down. First try. Has to be the best burger and fries I've ever had. Not to mention I saw Justin Bieber while I was eating it. Justin Bieber? I gotta admit, I was a little skeptical of this place. Then I tried it and... it was the best burger I've ever had in my life. Like, I'm not usually a sauce guy, but the sauce was freaking perfect. The atmosphere was perfect. I couldn't get much film, but this is what it sounded like. And warning, it's really loud. But oh my gosh, it was drop dead amazing. But after that, we just toured Chicago and took pictures. Today, we explored the Magnificent Mile. We went to a Starbucks next. With 4 freaking floors! They also had this really cool find that I think is from a train station? Alright, the first floor is just a regular coffee shop. Then you go up a freaking escalator to the second floor, which is a bakery, because why not? Then you go up another escalator, up to a toasting station? I don't know what that was, sorry. Then, elevator time! To a freaking bar. Yeah, there was a alcoholic bar on top of a Starbucks. But like, look at this! We then explored and took a boat tour. We went to the famous Chicago Bean. And it was closed. But we went to a Puerto Rican restaurant. And went to a unique place called the Chicago Magic Lounge. I wasn't allowed to film, unfortunately. So I only got these 2 shots. And then this guy who regurgitated 24 needles. After that, we were in bed. Today was the last, and to be honest, coolest day in my opinion. We went to the Museum of Science and Industry. They had a model of the whole city of Chicago. They even had an underground subway. It also included this doomed person, which honestly reminds me of this Calvin Hobbes. We saw this cool sand hypnotization museum. And this mini tsunami simulator. I added my hand to a giant ice block. We saw diagrams of all these planets.
Yo, you should like, subscribe. It's really cool. We're the small YouTubers, so you should subscribe.
But little did you know, I was here, and you were over there. This is called a whispering room, and you can hear from across the room. Okay, I added this presentation that is not mine, but if you don't want to watch it, skip to this timestamp.
Years ago, when the earth cooled and steam condensed to rain, those little droplets became our mighty oceans. It's what we're drawn to, and where we come from. All life, human or otherwise, is connected to the ocean. Without it, no living creature would exist. The ocean covers 70% of the Earth's surface and contains 99% of the living space on the planet. Yet only a tiny fraction has been explored by humans. It's home to nearly all living things, from the smallest microorganisms to the magnificent blue whale. Nearly 3/4 of our biggest cities are by the sea, with almost half the world's population living within 60 miles of the coastline. It influences our weather, produces the air we breathe, and stores 50 times more carbon than our atmosphere. Our rain, drinking water, and much of our food is ultimately provided by the ocean. It is the life force behind every living thing and ecosystem on the planet. The ocean gives us life in every beautiful, surprising, fascinating, and spellbinding way imaginable. But much as we depend on the oceans to survive, future generations depend on us. The plastic pollution problem has become a global crisis, and disruptive change is needed now. What difference can a drop in the ocean make? Everything.
I don't know whether to feel sad, amazed, happy, but I want to go clean all the oceans now. But I just thought that I don't know if anyone else did. But after all those feelings, I got to feel one more, because we saw this. We got to see a chick hatch. So good job, Chicago. You made me feel lots of feelings. We visited Hyde Park, got subs, went on the subway for the last time, and went to bed. And that was it. The next day we went home. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you would subscribe, that would mean so much to me. This is a new idea to me, long-form videos. This took over 2 weeks of work. It took so long. So if you really do want to subscribe, it would mean so much and it would help me out so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day.